So in the last video, I mentioned that I'm studying tech in college, but I didn't really go into any details. Well, I'm not gonna explain it in this video either, but something kind of funny happened yesterday at college and made me think. A classmate looked at me and said, "Wait, you are in tech?" Just like that. "You are in tech? You don't look like it." And I was like, what's that supposed to mean? Well, let's just think about the classic IT guy for a second. What does a tech person even look like nowadays? Because technology is everywhere. It's not just for some introverts. It's weird because when we think about someone studying IT, we automatically assume they should be that guy with glasses, a hoodie, and long hair. There's no in between. I've never been the best at dealing with people, but at the same time, I don't fit the whole tech nerd with no social skills stereotype either. And don't get me wrong, this classic stereotype, it's true, they are the overwhelming majority. I know a lot of people like that, but I realized something that this guy, this tech nerd, probably doesn't struggle with, but you and I probably do. There are a lot of people out there trying really hard to be nice all the time. That's nothing new to anyone. Even the tech guy wants to be well liked. It's a fact. The difference I notice is that this lack of social tact, this lack of a future, usually makes a lot of them way more direct and honest than you and I. I'm sure I'd hardly ever see someone say something completely ridiculous and those guys laugh just to be polite. But if you step out of this bubble, we've all been trained to be polite, right? Avoid conflict. But is that always a good thing? With the example, sometimes the lack of courage to say what you just said was stupid, it's not funny, or that was a stupid decision just keeps everyone stuck in the same cycle. We end up helping the mistake happen, trying really hard to be a nice person. Something that people in tech doesn't struggle with. Well, I've talked a lot about people in my area of study and I've repeated a lot of words, so let's think about people in general now. Nowadays, being real takes courage because, in my opinion, truth makes people uncomfortable and, at very least, forces to think. The thing is, telling the truth doesn't mean going around pointing fingers or acting like you are better than everyone else. And when I started thinking about all this, it begs faith because that courage to be real, that's exactly what we see in Jesus. He didn't show up to please anybody. He says what needs to be heard. And still, he was the one who loved the most. When you are living to purpose, you realize pleasing everybody was never the goal. The goal is to live with honesty in a way that actually changes the people around you. There is a quote from Francis of Assisi that says, "Preach the gospel at all times, and if necessary, or preach the gospel at all times, and if necessary, use words." That means our lifestyle, our actions are testimony too. And it's not about being perfect or even nice. Well, I think that's it for today. If you liked this video, go ahead and like it, share it. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time.